Assalamu alaikum students. I hope you all are doing well. Students, we are in unit 2, that is software basics. In the last lesson we were discussing system software and we defined the system software that it is a software which controls the computer's hardware. Further, we categorized the system software into different types or categories, which were operating system, device drivers, and utility programs. Then in the last lesson we discussed the operating system and its functions, that what are the functions performed by the operating system that are discussed in the last lesson. In today's lesson we will talk about the device drivers and utility programs, which are also system softwares, and they are also some type of system software. So we will discuss the device drivers and utility programs in this lesson. First of all, device drivers. Device drivers are system software that controls the attached devices to make them functional. All the devices like printers, modems, scanners, etc. have their device drivers for proper functioning. Here in this diagram we can see that any hardware device has got some specific device driver which is necessary for operating these hardware devices, and it enables the operating system. Actually, this device driver enables the operating system as well as the hardware to communicate with each other. Without having these device driver software for each and every hardware device, the operating system will not be able to identify that device and will not be able to operate that specific device properly. So for each and every hardware device there must be a specific device driver which makes that specific hardware or device operational or functional. And second, it acts like a bridge between the operating system and the device. So every component of a computer, every hardware device of a computer has got a specific device driver. Now in modern operating systems, most of the device drivers are already built in for most of the commonly used devices, like for example USB, mouse, keyboard, scanner, and some other CD-ROMs. So their device drivers are already installed and they are already built into the modern operating system. That's why we don't have to install their device drivers separately, and when we install the operating system we can easily use these some of these devices with our computer, because their device drivers are already inside the operating system. But apart from these commonly used devices, if we want to install a printer or a scanner or any other peripheral device which is not a commonly used device, so for that purpose it's the specific device driver with that device must be installed before using that device or peripheral component of a computer. So device driver is important for operating peripheral devices or attached devices to make them functional and usable by the user. So I hope you understand the concept of device drivers. Second, we have utility programs, which are also type of system software. A program that performs a specific task related to the management of computer functions, resources, or files. For example, file protection, virus protection, and file compression, etc. are few tasks performed by utility programs. So any program which is used for the management of computer functions or resources or files, that kind of program is called utility program, and it also a type of system software. So we have three main types of system software, that is operating system, second is the device driver, and third type is utility programs. Operating system is the main system software which gives life to our computer or laptop. Without operating system, our computer is a dead device which is useless and cannot perform any function. The second, device driver, it is also a type of system software, but that is used for operating a specific device. Specific device driver software is used for a specific device. So if we don't have a device driver for any specific device in our computer, so it means that that specific device will not work on our computer and the rest of the computer will be functional. The third type of system software are utility programs, which performs functions related to the management of our computer or resources or files. For example, file protection, virus protection, and file compression, etc. These are some kind of utility programs, the tasks which are performed by the utility programs. Some utility programs of Windows discussed in this section are File Manager, Image Viewer, and Disk Scanner. These are the three different utility programs that we will discuss in this lesson. Here we can see the symbols or icons used for these different type of utility programs. The first one, this is used for disk defragmentation. Disk defragmenter is also a utility program which defragments the disk space. This one is the image viewer. This is the file manager icon for the file manager, and this is the disk cleaner. So we will discuss these three utility programs in more detail in the coming slides. The first one is File Manager, which is also called Windows Explorer. File Manager is also called File Browser. So these three names are used actually for the same thing, that is File Manager, Windows Explorer, and File Browser. It is a computer program that provides a user interface to work with files, just like as shown in this figure. This is the interface, and this interface actually enables me to work with these folders, files, and all the data I have in my computer. So this interface or this application is called File Manager. It provides me with all the functionalities related to the files and folders. The most common operations used are create, open, edit, view, print, play, rename, move, copy, delete, attributes, properties, search, find, and permissions. All these type of operations can be performed with the help of File Manager. Files are typically displayed in a hierarchy form. Hierarchy means they are displayed in a specific sequence actually. Just like in a computer, at first place at the top hierarchy we have the My Computer. Inside the My Computer we classify or we divide our disk space among different disk drives like C drive, D drive, E drive. It depends on us that how many drives we create from our actual hard disk space. So that is a logical partitioning of a disk. So, and inside those drives like C drive, E drive, and D drive, inside those drives we can have multiple folders. Further, we can have subfolders inside the folders, and so on. And inside the folders we can copy paste different type of files, and we can save our files inside the folders. So that's how, this is how the hierarchy of files are maintained with the help of file manager. So that's why they are saying that files are typically displayed in a hierarchy form. Some common file management tasks can be performed as under: to create a folder. Okay, to create a folder, right click and select new folder. It's very easy. Most of you already know that how to create a new folder. To delete a file or folder, right click on desired folder of file and select delete option. You can just select the desired folder or file that you want to delete and then press the delete key from the keyboard. So this is also some way this is also a way for deleting files and folders. To cut or copy, right click on selected folder and click on cut or copy option. The shortcuts for cut is Ctrl X and shortcut for copy is Ctrl C. And if you want to paste the same folder or file somewhere else in your computer, so the shortcut for paste is Ctrl V. Or if you don't know the shortcut, then right click on the desired location and click on the paste option. So your file will be pasted at that desired location. So it's very easy, and I know most of you are familiar with these simple operations performed by the file manager. Image viewer, the third type of utility program discussed in your book. An image viewer is also called image browser. It is a program that can display stored graphical images. It can often handle various graphics file formats like JPG, PNG, TIF. All these formats are supported by the image viewer software. Such software usually renders the image according to properties of the display, such as color depth, display resolution, and color profile. The third utility program we have, that is disk scanner. Disk scanner detects and corrects problems on hard disk or floppy disk and searches for and removes unnecessary files. So it is actually a protection mechanism software which protects our hard disk from errors and removes unnecessary files. The following steps are required to scan a disk. Double click my computer and then right click the local disk the user wants to check. Just like in this picture, we can see that I have clicked on drive D, which is named new volume D. So I have right clicked this new volume D drive and then click on the properties. Click on the properties, and inside the properties click on the tools, just like as shown in this figure. Click on the tools menu or tools tab, then inside the tools click on the error checking. So under the error checking we have the button check now. So under check disk option, select the scan for an attempt recovery of bad sector checkbox. Okay, whenever we click on this check now button, this window will appear. Check disk new volume D with these two options. The first option is automatically fix file system errors. Second is scan for an attempt recovery of bad sectors. So you can check both of these check boxes and then click on the start button, and then the scanning of your local drive D will start. So this is how we can use the disk scanner for detecting and correcting problems on our hard disk and removing unnecessary files, or also removing or recovery of bad sectors on our hard disk. So these are some of the utility programs which were mentioned in your book. The first one was file manager, and then image viewer, and then disk scanner. Okay, students, so that's it for today. If you have any question, you can ask me in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe my channel Computer Tuition Academy and press the bell icon for more updates. Thanks a lot. Take care. Allah Hafiz.